she wants one of those kind of brothers. See, that's where the Japanese influence comes from. I see where it's at now. The brother sister jokes, huh? Y'all love them over there.
Brothers already, of course, so I'm sure it won't take long to adjust.
Hey, welcome on back, everybody. Hope y'all have been enjoying the Let's Play. If you have, make sure you hit that like, the subscribe, and notification bell for more links. Everything will be in the description below. Let's go ahead and get back into this. Speaking of getting back into things, I've been getting back into Trails in the Sky, and oh man, I hope one day they finally like remake those games, and you know, this time add some like voice acting for the games. I understand that they were like really older games, so you know, older games didn't really have like a lot of voice acting, but it was like the early 2000s. So I feel like they could have added a little bit. Like they did for like the fights, but that's about it though. I really hope they do, because I'm enjoying the games. One of the biggest things about Trails is like their big is like the emotion. The emotion is really there for a lot of the scenes. They have like a lot of powerful scenes, and it's really hard to feel that through text. I've realized that. Like, it's really hard. It's still there. It's still there because they do a really great job with their writing. You just don't feel it as much like when you don't hear it out loud, you know? So I hope they do remake them one day. I've been holding off Let's Plays on them to possibly ever hear about some kind of remakes happening to the games with voice acting. But if you know, if I don't hear anything within by the next year or something like that, I'll probably end up like live streaming the games and doing it like that instead. This is Class 7 Group A, Reen Schwarzer speaking. Hello. Sounds like you've been keeping yourselves busy. It's freaking Sarah. I'll just talk to Sarah. Sarah, I just seen you in the Trails of Cold Steel Northern War anime, which I finally finished the anime, by the way. I finally freaking finished it. I don't have like that much of a different opinion on it, but I still kind of have like the same opinion on it. I do think it does finish a lot better than it starts. I will say that beginning is rough. It's really rough, but it's. If you're a Trails fan, I would watch it. It's something that I would recommend watching. You get to find out about the Northern War. I will say it's not as like, the war wasn't as interesting as I thought it was gonna be though. Like it's not really like a full-on war. It's very much so real quick, and you don't really see much happening. You get like one little rage moment from Reen. The anime is just not done that good. If you're a Trails fan, I'd watch it just to get the story. Other than that, cross your fingers and hope there's a game for it one day. Honestly, I would take a Northern War game over a Skies remake at this point, just so we can get like a really good story. Because I feel like a Northern War story, even if it is like the same characters, I wouldn't even mind that. Just like a Northern War story that's done right. We need that. I need to hear could you get stuff on Sarah? I feel like we should have got a lot more on Sarah though, because like Sarah's from freaking Northumbria and all that stuff. Her father was like a hero there and all that, like, oh, not like a hero, but like a really big character and all that. Didn't really get much on either one of them. Very little. The lady with the white hair, I forgot her name. She was extremely forgettable, and even though she was like in dang near every episode, she's extremely forgettable. I feel like we need a lot more on her. Still don't remember. I don't really know much about her. I thought she was the Grand Master for a second, but I can't freaking tell who the heck she is. She was kind of there, you know, just she did things but didn't really do things, but then like did like a big thing at the end, but it wasn't really like it was we need a lot more than Northern Jaegers too. So yeah, I hope one day we get remakes for Trails in the Sky, second and the third as well. Also, please just call the dang games Trails in the Sky first chapter, second chapter, third chapter. Don't call them Trails in the Sky second chapter, and then Trails in the Sky the third. Like, bruh, just call them. Like, I don't know what Nihon was doing back then with those names. She said go to the Saint District, right? I think she did. Oh crap. Sure, we're going to the Saint District. I don't even care. It's the newest one added. Yeah, we've done everything already, so yeah, let's get going. Traveling to the Saint District would cause the or Sonk District. Let's just go. Yeah, we already did everything. I don't care if we miss something. We miss something. I'm not gonna make like a big old thing out of it. It's whatever. But yeah, I hope we get Sky remakes, give them the proper names that they need to be given. Get a Northern War game, or even DLC. Like if Reverie gave us like if by the end of this year or sometime around like this year they announced like a Northern War DLC, I'd be happy with it. If the Northern War is one of the freaking memories, then never mind. It's already been added to Reverie. I don't know. I haven't got all the freaking memories collected. I'm almost done with the dang game though. So that's crazy. Like it's really short. Like it is super shorter than I thought it was gonna be. I thought the game was gonna be extremely long, but I guess it's just really like wrapping up like the Cold Steel era and stuff like that. Well, not like just the Cold Steel era. Like it's also wrapping up Lloyd and them story. I'm assuming. I'm also hoping too that.
Same uniform as Reen's sister.
Go ahead and talk. Never mind.
Yeah, they must go to St. Estrella too.
So, the famous St. Estrella Girls' School is around here, huh?
Elliot, what kind of ideas are you getting over there, buddy?
It's supposed to be a combined middle and high school exclusively for the young ladies of the nobility.
Yeah, this is one part of the capital that the masses have no reason to visit. Although, I can at least support the school's commitment to fostering chastity and rejecting materialism.
You seem to know an awful lot about a fancy girls' school.
Yeah, Machias, what you researching over there, buddy? Dirty Machias.
No, I don't. This is all just common knowledge.
That's what they all say, buddy.
Anyway, let's go and wait by the front gate.
Yeah, those were the instructor's orders.
I'm feeling kind of nervous, actually.
Why would you?
Are you scared to talk to girls?
To men, this academy must seem clad in the mysterious, impenetrable aura of feminine nobility.
That was like the nice, fancy way of saying that Elliot and Machias are two pervy high school kids who want to, like, you know, be able to talk to girls but can't talk to girls, so they just peep on girls all day long. What's up with the unicorn?
Did you not want to come here, Laura?
My father did recommend it to me, but they offered no classes in the martial arts. That alone was reason enough to look elsewhere.
I can totally understand that.
Though I get the feeling Laura would cause a real uproar if she went to a school for genteel young ladies.
Yeah, I can picture the chaos now.
Wait, did he just say genteel? That I thought that was like a typo. What the hell does genteel mean? See, what the heck?
Oh? I have a number of acquaintances who attend there, and from all I hear, it does seem to be a wonderful school.
Elliot and Machias, y'all better watch out, because y'all within sword range.
I've heard that even Princess Alphen herself is a student there.
I've heard that too.
Princess who?
You've seriously never heard of her? I know you're not from Erebonia, but even still.
To be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if plenty of Erebonians didn't know who she is.
Princess Alphen is the daughter of our reigning emperor, His Majesty Emperor Eugent. She's supposed to be as sweet as an angel and popular with everyone.
Is that so?
Actually, I believe she's the same age as Fee. I've had the opportunity to meet her once before. She truly is as charming as the rumors suggest.
I figured as much. I've seen photographs of her plenty of times in magazines, though I've never had the opportunity to meet her.
Machias, that line really just suggests that you are definitely interested in St. Estrella, my guy. You're definitely interested in her.
Sounds like she's in the same school year as Elise, come to think of it. She has a twin brother, too, Prince Cedric. He's the crown prince of Erebonia.
Oh, right. I think I've seen a picture of the prince in a magazine before. Dark blonde hair, like Eustace's brother, right?
Oh, I think you're thinking of Prince Oliver. He's Cedric and Alphen's older brother.
Why isn't he the crown prince then?
I've heard the reason is that his mother was a commoner. It seems like a stupid reason to deny him the right of succession, but that's how nobles do things.
I feel like I've been hearing his name a lot lately. He made a big splash when he came back from Liberl aboard that airship. You know the one, right?
Ah, you must be referring to his return aboard the Arcel, after the crisis in Liberl was put to rest.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. It really made a big impact. I'd never seen an airship that looked so white and elegant before.
I believe my father went to welcome the prince back in his capacity as Imperial Governor, too. And yeah, now that you mention it, that does seem to be when I started hearing his name around a lot more.
Oh, you're all here already.
Hey, the gang's all here.
It's good to see you all again.
You're a bunch of early birds, aren't you?
Well, we just about finished up everything we had to do when we got the call to meet here.
Gaius, it's always you and the birds and the winds and all that stuff, ain't it? That's just all that goes on through your head, huh?
Were you able to finish up everything on your end, too?
As if we'd leave any loose ends. If not for our unfamiliarity with the city, we would have been finished this morning.
Every time.
Looks like getting these two to kiss and make up will be an uphill battle.
Not the... Yo, Fee, now you trying to make a fanfic between Machias and Eustace.
Well, some say that when someone gets under your skin, it means you really care about what they think.
Wait, did you two?
Yep, they kissed and made up.
The first to notice.
Of course. I apologize for any worry I've caused you.
We're fine now.
Really? That's great! It sure is. Maybe after this field study is over, we can get together and spend the night talking in one of our rooms.
Sounds good.
The thought of a Class 7 pajama party makes me a little embarrassed.
That's girls for you.
Yo, Rain's eyes have changed colors over the course of the past couple of games now. I just realized that, like the Cold Steel games and the freaking Reverie games. If you played Reverie, you know, but they've changed colors for some odd reason.
Girls and sleepovers go together like jam and toast, huh?
Elliot, what are you? You know what, Elliot? Go ahead and be a horny teenager. I don't care anymore, dude. Thank goodness that whole freaking scene was voice acted, by the way. Y'all got more? Any more voice
That
acting?
must be Heimdall Cathedral's bell.
Go ahead and keep going. Keep taking over the Let's Play. It's fine. It's fine by me.
It has a solemn, stately sound, wouldn't you say?
It sounds so different from how it does in the Ost District. Though that makes sense considering the distance.
That bell ringing must mean it's 5 o'clock, which means it's almost the time we were supposed to meet here.
Rain?
Elise?
What are you doing here?
Well, she goes to school here. Rain, what else would she be doing here? She's not like Elliot and Maki is freaking, just hiding behind the wall, peeping over it every few seconds to see all the girls.
Wait, I guess this is your school, so where else would you be?
This boy Rain dumb as hell.
Yes. I see all of your classmates are with you too.
It's only been a week since we saw you, hasn't it?
Well, we were told to meet here.
Wait a minute. Are you the ones? The 9 guests I was told to expect at 5 o'clock sharp?
Well, there are 9 of us in Class 7.
Oddly enough, we should have been called Class 9 instead of Class 7.
Wait, what?
If they were called Class 97, that would have been the year I was born.
Then that would mean you're the one we were told wanted us to come here?
Actually, I suspect that would be a friend of mine.
Oh, I was gonna say, how the heck did Elise not know the people she wanted to come here, but then didn't know the... I was so confused for a second. I can't even speak.
Why does she always have to be such a mischief maker? I swear, she could have at least given me a little warning that you were coming.
Elise?
Anyway, where are my manners? Welcome to St. Estrella Girls' School. I hope you'll enjoy your visit. Right this way.
Is it always weird when like they add in a character that's from a game that you never see in the previous game? Like Muse's from Saint Estrella, yet we never see her. Lavia was a weird addition to, I think I have to keep talking. She was a weird addition to like the Trails franchise because they never, like Reen and Altina never talk about her in the flashbacks, even though Reen had like a really big like meeting with her and all that stuff, and had like some pretty, you know, a lot of moments with her. I also see where all the voice acting for Trails in the Sky went to. It went to this game because dang, that was the longest scene in Trails history to ever be voice act all the way through. Like there was not one pause. Yo, Eustace has to be like the most popular person here. This dude's literally from like one of the biggest houses in the entire freaking Arabonia. Like Eustace, you popular, Eustace. You popular. I see you. The girl with the glasses is so much. Hey, yo, ain't that? Oh, y'all got the lesbians here too? I could feel their stares. Dude, y'all be peeping over the wall. We got freaking photos of y'all, you peepers. You damn Jiraiya's. We certainly do seem to be the stars of the show today. I bet y'all two as happy as hell too. I can't say that being admired doesn't feel nice, but yeah, see, I couldn't do this. Like, this is why, like, whenever like my school has like the like homecoming weeks or anything like that, I do not walk through the main office, like the main hall. I don't like being like that stared at. Just too much for me. It's overwhelming. I can't do it. I didn't think they know at least. Yo, this person's face looks so odd. Like they look like they about to kill us. They look like they got to kill us. Oh my gosh. You can definitely see like that this game is basically just based all around England, because like the little berets and all that stuff, and like the outfits too, because this is not Japan at all. Like Nihon's from like, I mean, okay, there are plenty of series that like do take place outside of Japan, like that, like, you know, Japanese creators don't always like just make stuff about Japan. It's just odd to see. What's like in here? Never mind, go ahead. You know what, I'm gonna talk real quick. It's just odd to see, I guess, that like their series has been this long and it's like there's not really any Japanese influence in these games at all.
It looks like an indoor garden.
I guess besides maybe like the swordsmanship styles. That's probably about it.
This is the Academy's rose garden. The person who called you here is waiting inside.
Who did call us here anyway?
Whoever they are, they must have considerable social standing.
So none of y'all idiots could guess who it was?
Your Highness, I brought the guests. Thank you. Please show them in.
Huh?
No way.
Hey, Elise, is that...
You don't need to ask when you already know. Now, if you'll follow me...
Matter of fact, I think the most Japanese that these games have is like the fact that I think a couple of the games have like a Japanese dialogue to them. I don't even think Trails of Cold Steel 1, 2, or 3 have it. I don't think Reverie does either, at least I haven't seen. And then Zero and Azure do, and Trails of Cold Steel 4 does. Interesting. Huh. I have to look more into Nihon Falcon, see like more about them, and cause like their other games have like a lot of like Japanese influence, just not this game.
I knew it.
Princess Alphen? Damn, your hair long as hell. Why the princess's hair is always like super long?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen of Class 7. My name is Alphen Rice Arner. It's a pleasure to meet all of you.
And my name is LeBron James of LeBron James House. I had a different joke I was gonna go, but I've told the joke before already. See, I hate when I use a joke one time and I'm like afraid to use it again. Like, you know, you can't use the same joke more than once, like in like the same Let's Play. Like, and I've used it like multiple times throughout like a bunch of my Let's Plays. So I can't keep doing the joke. You know, I can't keep doing it. Pretty nice place though. Pretty nice place. A lot of flowers. A lot of flowers. I know you got a lot of bees here.
Cheer up. I'm
sorry. I was only trying to tease you a little. Don't you have something you wanted to discuss with everyone? Please, go right ahead. Well, that aside, it's been a long time since I last saw both of you, Eustace and Laura. I'm glad to see you're both well.
Likewise, Your Highness.
You've become even more fetching since we last met.
Aw, thank you. I was rather hoping that you'd decide to enroll in Sanctus Dryad too. But it seems you chose to attend Thor's after all.
Well, I've committed myself to following the way of the sword, and Thor's gives me a place to hone my skills.
See, if Laura and like Alphen are cool, and you know Laura wanted to be somewhere where they like had like a swordsmanship thing or like a martial arts thing, couldn't Alphen just put in a word to have some like really like powerful swordsmen teach here, and really I guess basically just teach Laura only? She like, couldn't she have just done that?
I apologize for not being able to live up to your expectations.
First I lost Angelica to Thor's, then you too. Perhaps I should just transfer there next year myself. Your Highness. Got you to look. But
Well, she seems lively.
She seems far more easygoing than I was expecting.
I've heard plenty about her, but none of that prepared me for meeting her in person.
So, this is what it's like to be in the presence of royalty. It's actually rather overwhelming.
Hey, Marcus, you gonna give any of that noble hate to them too? Go ahead, give it to them. Give it to the princess. Watching your ass on gonna be on the first bus to Liberl. You gonna be right out of Arabonia, buddy.
I can see
You might get sent to
why people
Calvard.
always compare her to an angel.
Hell, they might send your ass straight to Gehenna.
Me too.
I thought the screen was going black for a second. I was like,
Please
oh,
don't
what's
worry
happening?
about me.
Thought the whole game was turning off. I was like, oh no.
Well, I still have much to learn before I feel like I deserve my status among the nobility. I've been blessed with wonderful friends, and I'm enjoying life here at the Academy.
Well, she does seem to have at least one wonderful friend.
Reen, you got like a photographic memory, dude. How the hell do you remember every single thing she said?
Kind of an understatement when that friend happens to be Princess Elfin.
I'm particularly happy to finally be able to meet you, Reen Schwarzer.
Ooh, Reen, you're gonna get into the royal family, buddy.
Elise has told me so much about you.
Reen, don't fumble the bag, bro. You about to be a prince. Don't fumble it.
Your Highness?
I'm honored that you'd say so. Elise always mentions in her letters what a great friend she has. As her brother, I wanted to thank you for that.
Reen? Oh, it's so refreshing. You're every bit the person Elise says you are.
Why was Elise blushing? He just mentioned about how great of like why was she like just so nervous? oh he, you know what? Go ahead, keep talking.
Even more so.
Huh?
Actually, I have a teensy-weensy favor to ask.
It's gonna be anything but teensy and weensy.
Do you think I could join Elise in thinking of you as my dear brother as well?
Huh? Come again?
What?
Your Highness! You see, Elise has spoken of you so often that in my heart, you've already come to feel like family.
You have two brothers. Why do you need more of them? Selfish.
And now that I've had the opportunity to meet you, I fear I simply can't suppress these feelings any longer.
Oh, she wants one of those kind of brothers. See, that's where the Japanese influence comes from. I see where it's at now. The brother-sister jokes, huh? Y'all love them over there.
Brothers already, of course, so I'm sure it won't take long to adjust.
I couldn't possibly. I mean...
Reen, don't fumble the bag, man. It's still a bag either way. Hey, a win is a win, buddy. Oh, never mind.
It's enough, Your Highness. Aw, don't be so stingy. Surely it wouldn't hurt to share him with me a little.
Hey, yo.
Anyway, that aside,
There's just so many innuendos happening here. I don't really know how I
the
feel.
reason I called you here today was not to talk with me. There is someone else who would like to meet you.
Is it gonna be the Emperor?
Why? It's not like we're famous.
Who do you mean?
Is that my dog?
Hey, isn't that?
Is that my dog on the loop? Go ahead, keep playing the loop.
No, a lute?
Oh, it seems he's arrived. Oh,
I apologize for keeping you waiting.
That's my dog, Olivier, and his lute. Go ahead,
it's
keep
a
playing some song, buddy.
pleasure to see you again.
And you as well, young lady. Well, I trust everyone here has been making themselves comfortable.
That boy said every letter in the word comfortable. Every single letter.
Who's this guy?
How do you not know him? You've seen him. You've literally seen him, Fee.
I'm not sure, though I feel like I've seen him somewhere before.
How the hell do none of y'all know him?
I serve as a music instructor in the hallowed halls of this fine academic institution. In truth, I am ever on the hunt for that elusive mayfly we call love. But that might raise eyebrows at a girls' school.
That also might raise eyebrows at a girl's middle and high school.
But whose pulse would not quicken wandering into this untainted cloister of dew-eyed maidens? Ah, the romance.
Just a weird way to say I'm a pedophile. Just a weird way to say it there, buddy. Okay. This is why we don't need dudes teaching at all girls' schools. This is exactly why. Damn, that's a big ass fan. The
more
hell?
of that, and our guests may start edging toward the exit.
Ah, I can always count on you to never miss a beat, my dear sister.
Huh?
Oh, wait. So this is...
Seriously, how did y'all not recognize him? He looks the exact same.
Whoa.
Indeed.
Yo, y'all act like one simple hairstyle change just changes a whole freaking person's like
Tis
look.
I, Olivert Rice Arner, also known by some unscrupulous individuals as the debaucherous prince.
All he did was like put his hair in a ponytail.
I also serve as Thor's Military Academy's ornamental chairman of the board. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, ladies and gentlemen of Class 7.
This is the longest voice acted scene in Trails history. I'm adding it to the other part. I know there was a middle part where there wasn't any talking, but to be fair, it's a bunch of random characters they didn't really need to give voice acting to, and you know, they were just going real quick to that part. You don't need to do all that. I'm adding all of it, and I guarantee they're gonna still be talking. I forgot what I was talking about earlier. Oh, about the games and all that stuff. Yeah, I said what I had to say already. If I had to say any more, talk about it in another episode where I get more chance to, you know, actually talk. I was actually gonna say something too, and I forgot what the heck it was. Maybe I'll remember it now. He looks the exact same. How'd y'all forget him? All he was not wearing his outfit. That's even worse. I forgot in this game he actually has his hair like that.
Admit, I was surprised to learn that you're the chairman of the board of directors, Your Highness.
This is where all the voice acting for the entire Trail series went to. Cause I swear, this series barely has much voice acting as is.
I'd heard that the chairman was a member of the imperial family, but still.
I'm not surprised. Who would expect the infamous prodigal son to chair a committee at a prestigious academy like Thor's? I suppose it's not surprising they'd rather keep it hushed up, though. It wouldn't exactly be great for the school's image.
That's surprisingly forthright coming from you.
Is it really true, though? I mean, that you were the one responsible for establishing Class 7, Your Highness?
Indeed, I was. You see, it's always been a tradition that a member of the imperial family serves as chairman of the board. At first, I wore the title in name only, but I had a change of heart after my vacation in the Burl 2 years ago.
You were in Liberl back then?
That would put your visit during the incident that occurred there, correct?
Right. All I've done since I returned to Erebonia has been inspired by my experience during the crisis in Liberl. As a result, fruitless though they may prove to be, I've set a number of plans in motion. One of which is to bring the winds of change to Thor's military academy. A gust of fresh air, if you will.
Winds of change, huh?
I can only assume you're referring to our class?
Elisa's hair is just really throwing me off here. It just keeps going through her arm. Elisa, you gotta get this figured out.
And the one who decided to throw both commoners and nobles into the same class was...
Yes, the idea was mine. Although the selected students also had to have a high aptitude with the Arcus units too.
I think I'm finally starting to understand the reasoning behind Class 7. And why we're being sent all over Erebonia on these field studies.
To show us firsthand and give us cause to consider the conflict between the two factions. That is the purpose behind our field studies. Is it not, Your Highness?
That is one of the reasons, yes. However, my foremost intention was to show you that during your lives, you will encounter many obstacles and conflicts. Not just between factions, but between the capital and the provinces, tradition and technology, even between nations. In these turbulent times, I thought that this would provide the hands-on education today's promising youths need. We need up-and-comers who can think and act independently to face tomorrow's challenges head-on.
That makes sense.
Wow, that's quite a plan.
I can't help but feel a little unsure whether we can live up to such high expectations.
Hearing your explanation has, at the very least, cleared up many of the doubts I've had up to this point.
Class 7 does seem like an ideal environment to expand one's outlook on life.
I feel like going through everything we have so far has brought us closer to doing exactly that.
Yep.
Marvelous. I'm so pleased to hear it. Just listening to you makes me feel even more certain that establishing Class 7 was the right decision. Especially since while the idea itself was mine, I have no real say in how the classes run day to day. Even so, I still hope to meet all of you at least once, if only to tell you all this. That was when Alphen stepped in and offered to set up this little meeting.
I see. Well, I could hardly refuse such a sincere request from my brother. But it also presented me a fine chance to finally meet Elisa's beloved brother, as I've always wanted to. Your Highness!
Thank you for taking the time to tell us all of this, Your Highness. I feel like now that I know, I want to live up to the promise you saw in Class 7. Thing is, am I right in assuming that Class 7 doesn't exist just to fulfill your progressive ideal?
What do you...
Oh?
The board has its chairman, of course, but 3 directors besides. My older brother Rufus, Imperial Governor Karl Regnitz, and Irina Reinford of the Reinford Group.
Oh, yeah.
Now that you mention it...
They do seem to have certain expectations for us.
Precisely. As I mentioned, I no longer have anything to do with how Class 7 is run. That authority lies with the directors. As you're keenly aware, Rufus and Governor Regnitz sit on opposite sides of the factional divide. And while Chairman Irina is mostly involved with Class 7's technology, like the Arcus, her intentions are a mystery to me. And it's those 3 who decide where you'll travel for your field studies.
Is that right?
When you put it that way, it does make it seem like some kind of bargaining is taking place behind the scenes.
It was one of the conditions they gave in exchange for allowing Class 7 to be established. I'll admit, I hesitated to allow it, but I decided to place my hopes in you. We believed then, as we still do, that one day you all will be a great light that can push back the darkness of this country.
And a great light they became.
Well, I suppose when I put it that way, it sounds positively heroic. But that's just me. Don't feel too pressured by it. Your students, first and foremost. Reach out and grab that fragrant rose of school life. Join a club. Eat cheap food with your friends at midnight. Fall in love. We live but once. Make your youth count.
You know, it's weird, but hearing you say that kind of takes a load off my mind.
By the way, just earlier you said that we believed the Class 7 would be a great light. Is there someone else involved with Thor's who shares your vision for our class, Your Highness?
There is. Principal Van Dyke. I once attended Thor's myself and studied under him. He gave my proposal to establish Class 7 his full backing.
I see.
He's been particularly considerate toward us ever since we arrived at the Academy.
While he has no direct control over the running of the Academy, he does preside over the board meetings. And above all, he's the one who assembled an excellent team to give you first-rate training.
Wait, the principal has no control over the running of the academy. What the hell is the job of the principal then? Well, what does he do? Isn't that like the whole point of a principal, basically?
An excellent team, you say?
I'm not a principal. I don't know, dude. Sorry if that's not what principals actually do.
Are you referring to Instructor Sarah?
She's certainly one of them. Still, coaxing her away from her former line of work certainly played a large part in giving Class 7 a great foundation. She is, after all, one of the strongest people in the Empire, and her experience makes her a natural field leader.
Wait, what?
Instructor Sarah? One of the strongest people in Erebonia?
Exactly what experience might you be referring to?
I've even heard rumors of her daring exploits myself.
Oh, that's right. They don't know about her being the Purple Lightning and all that.
She's known as the Purple Lightning. Doesn't that sound exciting?
Wait. Purple Lightning?
I knew it.
If you two have heard of it, it must be a household name among martial artists.
That's right. Though I've just heard it in passing.
Ah, that young ace of the Erebonian Bracer Guild, and one of the Empire's most famous bracers. She has a history full of brave feats and dangerous deeds. She was even the youngest bracer to achieve A-rank status. Back then, she was known as the Purple Lightning. Now, you know her simply as your homeroom teacher.
I mean, Olivia, I think you're supposed to like. I don't think you were supposed to tell them that. I think she was supposed to tell them that. But I mean, I ain't really mad at that, to be honest. But all right, y'all, let's go ahead and end that there. This is a longer episode than it needed to be, but I mean, there was a lot of freaking talking there. That's the reason why I didn't hop out of like the place after last episode, because I knew all this talking was gonna be here. Next episode, I don't think we'll have as much talking from them, so I'll be able to talk a lot more, because there was a lot of things I did want to talk about, but I forgot all the talking was gonna happen. So yeah, pretty chill episode. Nothing really happened. I mean, it was just like, you know, some things we found out this episode, but we'll talk about them all next episode. For now, definitely hope y'all did enjoy this one. As always, if you did, drop a like, subscribe, and notification bell for more links. Everything will be in the description below. Instagram, TikTok, Discord, YouTube, player thing, majiggy, all that freaking good stuff. But for now, y'all, that's it. I'm out. Peace. Have a great freaking day, everybody.